What is up, YouTube? I am back for part 3 on this quad. It's my buddy's Honda 450, foreman 450, and I'm looking at some issues that I'm seeing. I'll show you guys in a moment, but I think this thing needs new bearings, or the correct ones, because it seems like they're a little strange to me. So I got the hub off, or the steering knuck and all that. Everything taken off, whatnot. But I've been looking at this and I've just been kind of messing with it a little bit. Hold on, I can get my foot there so he stays. But these bearings, they are new, or were, but even with all the pressure on it, and that's both of the actual inner race of the bearing butted to each other, and this thing still has movement. It shouldn't have any movement, honestly. I also thought these bearings were weird because the actual inner race of them, let me see, they just pop right out. Normally bearings don't do that. So I think that's kind of the issue here. And also, if you actually look at the size of the bearing race, it's pretty big. See the axle. So I feel like that's another reason why it's wanting to kind of walk all around, as well as it isn't tight like it should be. Normally you want your bearings tight. So I think that's actually the issue for this. And then I could replace the upper ball joints because they're done. Oh, ones are fine, which is nice. But also, these carriers, or what do you call them, steering knuckles, they actually have a snap ring in here, or should. This one didn't have one. So I think it's also part of the problem, is even with it tight in here, it's still slipping back and forth. Under load, at least, under pressure. Even with the tire on it. So I think that's what needs to be done. Tie rods are also gone, but they didn't show much play in the steering when I was working on it. Otherwise, everything else is fine. It's just those bearings for the most part. And the brakes, but that's another story for another time. And I was just testing on the hub alone, and it's hard to tell because I'm moving it with my leg too, but it shouldn't have that much kind of movement. And yes, that is slid into the actual hub. But yeah, these things I don't think are any good. They might have been cheap ones, and that's probably why they're no good. They might be Chinese brand. But might have to go with OEM, so it's perfect fit. Also, just for shits and giggles, I was looking at the bearing a little bit closer, but it's missing one of the balls in it. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't really care for these kind of roller bearings. I just like the normal bearings. These are just kind of stupid, especially because they have sleeves that slip in and out. That doesn't seem right. Like, that shouldn't happen. So I'm making some progress on it. Got the back plastics on, not finished, but they're on. Rack is all the way on and done. I just gotta get more of it done. Wiring should be done. Put that all back in the box. Air box is on. The actual tank shroud is on, or what do you call it, heat shield. Tank is on, ready to go. So that stuff's done. But I still gotta wait on this stuff. So I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Brand new bearing. It's the original hub, but like, that slips right in like it's nothing. I know they have clips and stuff, but it's hard to really show, but it does rock. Yeah, see? It's kind of a stupid setup, to be honest. But I'm going to do my idea, or what I did before, and then I'll tighten it right up so it's nice and snug. So like I was talking about, just a tin can is all you really need. And it'll crush it right down, smush it in there and whatnot. It won't hurt it, and whatever, it works. But all you got to do is just be careful how you put it in, because you can easily warp this out and bend, well, not warp out the bearing, but the metal tin can, you got to fuck with that. So I'll get the bearing in there, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, I don't want to come out at all now. I don't even have the clip in. It does not want to slide out. So that snugged it up just that much more, which is awesome, because, yeah, it's a lot less play in them. Complete setup. New seals, new bearings, new clip. I got it shimmed. I would replace these, but it's the upper ones that are really worn out. So I didn't really film it because it took me a while, but I got this all finished up. I wasn't able to get the ball joint out yet. Maybe next time, but got the bearings replaced. Thing about these bearings, compared to the other ones, these inner races don't come out, for one. For two, they slip in, which what I did was, probably shouldn't do, but it worked, was just use a tin can, throw it in there, around the race of the bearing, and it was actually press fit, which is a lot tighter, because without the can in it, even the brand new bearing will still rock left and right. But I got all that done. I'm working on the brake rotor right now because it is bent. It was pretty bent, but this, I mean, I'm trying to get the best I can. Luckily it's mild. Yeah, you can see right there, big little dent, but It's mild steel, so I can at least bend it, warp it however I need to. It's working. But slow progress, I might be able to get it close enough, at least within reason. But I think that's good for now. At least get that on, pump it, see if it works. So we got the old ball joint out. This thing's pretty worn out, at least on the, well, what would be passenger side? Right side's worn out, but I get the new one in. I just worked pretty easily. It hammered out simple. All I did when putting it back in was use a socket, put it underneath, use this one, because this one's actually the exact same size as the actual, what do you call it, ball joint. So I just flip it up, put it in, or other way. Sorry, flipped it this way and it worked. Hammered in, a little at a time, and bam. She's in, clipped in, all good to go. I know the angle's really hard to tell, but if you guys saw how bad this was, you'd be surprised, because that's really not too bad. It's got a little wave to it, but I'm going to put it on the four-wheel and actually test it then, because I can actually warp it or bend it, which I think is like right this side. This side was about almost 90 degrees over. So I gotta bend this, just tweak it as I go. But that's not bad for being almost completely gone. So I know I didn't film much, but a lot of things got in the way. But I couldn't get the brakes done on the foreman because the way they're set up is an old style. It's basically just a plate and you got your caliper, but your caliper doesn't have sliders on it. So it's basically stuck in place, which kind of sucks because one side, I think it was the left side, seized right up and wouldn't release. The other side wouldn't pump at all. So they make another kit for those and actually updated it so they do have sliders. So let's say if your rotor gets bent a little bit, your actual brake pads and your brake caliper will slide so it kind of adjust. And let's say the old version he has, if they've got a dent on it, it's just going to lock it right up. Or it's just going to overheat and it's going to burn them up. But I didn't really film much of finishing off to the point I did. But I double checked everything, made sure the lugs were tight. The winch worked. Got it running. Runs good. Maybe the carb still needs a little bit of clean, or here and there maybe adjustment is what it needs. I think it's what it actually needs. But otherwise, again, a bunch of stuff got in the way. You know, I got other clients coming in to fudging, want parts very blasted. And then I got ice race coming up. This is the second weekend, we went ice racing. So ice race is going to kind of get in the way. I had to get my quad ready, and I had to get parts for that. Had a problem with my starter switch, had to replace that, on top of everything else. Just a lot of little things catch up on you. And then I had to make room to space in here anyways, just for more clients as it is. So I guess that's the end of the foreman videos for now. Maybe till next year. We'll see.